Welcome, everyone. Good evening. It is I, Mike V. You are watching the Monday Mic Drop, episode 8. Hope you're having a wonderful day today. Today is Monday, August 5th, 2024. Yeah, we're about to get started here. We'll just wait. We'll wait about a minute or so for folks to join in the chat, and then we can get started with the news segment. Then we'll go ahead and answer your questions, and we'll play some video poker along the way. But yeah, this is the Monday Mic Drop. This is my official Q&A stream slash podcast, I guess you could call it as well. Start off the week right. Is the sun behind a cloud or something? Let me go ahead and open the window a little bit further. There was too much earlier. But yeah, we got plenty to talk about today. We're going to be streaming for probably about an hour, a little bit more maybe. And Robin, first in the chat, under the name Just Having Fun. How was your weekend? It was good. We're going to discuss it a little bit. Brief update on that. You've already, I would assume you've already seen the pictures of the wins that I had on Discord, but I'll be showing it again to everyone else. And Larry is here. Welcome. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started here. Let's take a look at one of the interesting news bits from last week with regards to the poker world. I'm going to go ahead and bring you guys my web browser here. So, from last week, from Poker News, GG Poker buys World Series of Poker for $500 million. WSOP to remain in Vegas for 20 years. So this was the big news from last week, beginning of the month. So let's go ahead and read. Caesars Entertainment has announced that they will be selling the iconic World Series of Poker brand to Ensis Group Incorporated, a leading investment group and operator of leading online poker room GG Poker. According to a press release, the deal is set to be worth $500 million, $250 million in cash, and a $250 million promissory note due 5 years after the transaction's closing date. So there's a screenshot of the post on X from Caesars Entertainment itself. So yeah, Caesars is selling the World Series of Poker brand after what, 20 years at least. And it makes sense, I guess, because since the 2020 pandemic, the World Series of Poker and GG Poker have been basically working together, and to even expand the bracelet events online as well. Oh yeah, that's another thing too. Yeah, Robin. Yeah, that one. I have to take a look at it further to get my own opinion here. But yeah, it is controversial. I do understand the arguments there of going to your group and using solvers or trying to get some sort of additional advantage that may seem to be outside the spirit of the game. Yeah. So let me explain also for those of you who may not know, what the hell is GG Poker? Because they don't operate here in the U.S. So I want to clarify that. So they're one of the fastest growing online poker sites, to play online poker for real money. And a couple of years ago, they surpassed PokerStars to become the world's largest poker room online poker site. So that's a little bit of context there. They currently have no operations, at least with the brand, within the U.S. even in the states where that have licensed and legal internet gambling. But that might change. We don't know. They've always said they wanted to enter the U.S. market. But let's see here. The still come back. Yeah, and we just came from the largest World Series of Poker main event in history. And yeah, they mention here that that they've been hosting on their platform online bracelets events since 2020. So yeah, if you want to read more about it, you can search for GG Poker WSOP brand purchase. And it looks like it says here Caesars is still set to be heavily involved. So obviously, the agreement must mean that the annual event will still take place in Vegas and still take place at a Caesars property. Right now it's taking place. Every year it's since 2022. It's been taking place at Paris and Horseshoe on the Strip. Yeah, so there's will be signs that Caesars will still continue to be involved in running the WSOP and WSOP circuit. So we'll probably, yeah, what we're going to see is probably an expansion to other places. Yeah, as you can see. And it says WSOP to expand worldwide. So yeah, that would be so we're going to see how that goes through. See what happens in the next year, 2 years, etc. And user C3PO is here with us. Greetings. Thank you for joining tonight. Okay, so before we get to the trip report, as you may or may not know, we were in a short weekend trip to a couple of casinos. Actually, we went to my family's second house up near Oroville, California, and during that time we back we went to the pool. We have an outdoor pool that we go to escape the heat because 100 something degrees in the Central Valley while it is 70s out in the San Francisco Bay shoreline. So, but in between that, we've gone to a few casinos, mainly to use free play. I had some free play at one of them, and we'll discuss that in a bit on what's been happening. But one other important story that I think I want to discuss, just because I think it's interesting. This was on the drive back from our trip, so this was yesterday on Sunday. So we're on our way back. We come home. I get settled in. Then I look at my phone and I was like, oh, I notice that Bitcoin is on sale. Price goes down by like 15%. I'm like, what's going on? Okay, so I know the Bitcoin industry enough so that I know how things work, and I know there's something else going on. And yep, we found out that there was some breaking of the financial markets in Japan, the Japanese carry trade, I think is what it's called. Um, that got winded down, and that caused massive panic, it seems. So as you can see, we'll go ahead and go here. I have just the homepage of Google Finance here. I noticed that. Yep, we're gonna see a lot of red here in the stock markets come Monday morning, and that's what happened. And yeah, and so because it happened during the weekend, and people tend to like panic sell, and because there was no and because markets were closed in the US and Europe at the time when all of the carnage was taking place in Japan, they you know people who panic sell will look for the market that's open that time, and it was Bitcoin. Let's take a look at the price of Bitcoin right now. It looks like it's stabilizing and climbing a little bit back up. This is the 7-day chart, as you could see, and this downturn was pretty much mostly on Sunday, as you could see last night. But I did some research to see what some interesting quotes were on X. Here's Jack Mallers, CEO of Strike, which is the company that I used to buy my Bitcoin on. This is a good quote for those of you who may be worried about certain investments. This is a good one here, especially for Bitcoin. In crises, markets sell what they can, not what they want. Bitcoin is down because it was the only market open to sell on Sunday night, not because the only fixed supply money we have is now less valuable. So nothing with the fundamentals of how Bitcoin works was the issue here. Bitcoin isn't hedging the broken financial system; it's replacing it. So I'd say that's a pretty good explanation, better than how I would be able to describe it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section if anything of this is interesting or you have any questions, further information. But let's go ahead and talk about the casino trips. So I've got a couple of screenshots from the final day of the trip. So this is what I typically do with my free play. I play video poker, of course, and I always have a lot of points. I always get a lot of points. I always have a lot of coin in. I can actually explain it the first part of the trip. I put in $5 of my own money because I need to put some of my own money in to activate the free play, and I had $30 in free play, and I put in over $300 of coin in for that single session. Let alone the other sessions I've had over the course of the weekend. Unfortunately, I didn't win on those sessions. And funny enough, the only win I had was when I put $7 on Huff and More Puff, just for the fun of it. My mom was playing, so I sat next to her and said, "You know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to risk $7 and just hope for the bonus within that time frame." And I ended up getting the buzzsaw feature and cashed out $31. So a nice small little win right there. Covered my video poker play essentially. So that was Friday night. Saturday, unfortunately, I haven't had much luck on the video poker machines. Instead, it was Top Dollar that saved the day. The Diamond RS 10 credit, 25-cent denomination Top Dollar. I hit that well, and that made up for the losses on video poker. My mom got a couple of bonuses on pinball. Really tough game to win on, and she cashed out. What was it, $80 I think on that. It was quarter denomination as well. And then finally Sunday we went back because I had another $30 free play at the same casino that I was at the beginning of the of the trip, and it was during this session where I started finally hitting my four of a kind. So I was playing bonus poker, and I hit 4 4s right here for 200 credits, and on this one here, same session, four nines for another 125 quarters. I ended up cashing out 70. And that was all pretty good too. And Larry with a general cryptocurrency question. Have you done a video on with your thoughts on Ethereum? I've not done a video on it. I guess I could discuss it, my opinions briefly here. And as a matter of fact, I don't really do dedicated Bitcoin and crypto videos because that's not the topic of the channel. But I don't mind discussing it on stream. So my opinion, this is my opinion. Bitcoin is what matters the most in terms of the technology. It's a decentralized monetary system that has the potential to replace our existing legacy system, which inherently is corrupt. You know, it's a little bit tough to explain on the go, but if you read enough of it, you would be able to explain. You would be able to understand what I'm trying to get at from this. I mean, you've seen the stories on the Canadian trucker protests or on the concept of financial inclusion and how Bitcoin can be useful for people who don't have access to financial services in countries that in third world countries, for example. But Ethereum is a whole different beast, and I would consider it, even though it's the number two spot on in terms of market capitalization, I would still consider it a more of a speculative play. And if you think about it, if you ever use Ethereum DApps, you realize it is much easier for a new person to make a mistake when using it. Uh, so yeah, a lot of stuff of that move fast, break things type of thing. So yeah, I consider it. Well, if you want to play with it, go ahead and play with it. I have speculated on it before during, especially the last cycle, the 2021 bull market. But right now, I currently have almost minimal to nothing right now in Ethereum. All right, so I think I discussed I went ahead and discussed the trip. Yeah, so I had that Huff and More Puff win, a couple of Video Poker 4 of a kinds, bunch of 3 cards to a Royals, but never getting the Royal, unfortunately. I'm almost close again as well. That would have been insane if she got yet another Royal flush. I mean, she's hit it what 3 times already. Good for her though. All right, let me go ahead and get videopoker.com set up. I'm gonna go ahead and close some tabs here. Because one of the things I promised you guys a couple of weeks ago was that I was going to do some play on Deuce's Wild Bonus. I'll go ahead and load up the pro training here. Deuce's Wild Bonus. And sure, we'll do like I normally play. We'll do like 20 virtual dollars at quarters. All right, everything should be looking good here. All right, well, all right, that's good. All right, so for those of you who haven't watched it yet, about a week and a half ago, I released a video on 3 strategy adjustments for Deuce's Wild Bonus when compared to regular Deuce's Wild. And in that video, I said on the next Q&A stream, I would be doing a practice run of this game. And this was in response to a number of comments I've gotten over the past month asking about Deuce's Wild Bonus. And I only had one video at the time, which was my episode on Video Poker Genius on Deuce's Wild Bonus. So I didn't have enough content on this game in particular, so decided we're going to go ahead and do a practice run. Are you asking about my mom there? Yeah, we're family, so I would. So no, no, we just it's not. I don't think so. No. At least I think that's what you're asking. But all right, let's get started here. Let's see. Okay, so that's what you were asking. No, no, not really. We just, I show her as when she first started playing video poker, I would basically teach her as she plays, and she has practiced on the computer before a long time ago as well when I first showed her videopoker.com. And yeah, sometimes if I'm not playing and I'm watching, I'll still you know say out loud, what to hold, but sometimes I don't. Sometimes she does her own thing, I can't really control her there, but like she'll go for some draws that not really by the book, and she goes fast that I don't even have a chance to make the comment on that. But yeah, I think we go for we do go for the two to the royal there. Yeah, okay, we got some comments here. And Tracy, if you have three deuces and an ace, and it's not a wild flush, do you keep or throw the? Good question. Good question. And okay, Robin, I thanks for the joke. I don't know why I took it too seriously there. Got so much stuff on my mind. All right. Okay, so Tracy has a good question, and we'll go ahead and plug it in here. We can pick the cards in training mode. I believe. Let's see. You get 2,000 credits for four deuces with an ace. So that is a good question. Let's see if let's see what it says here. So I would guess you would. It's not like an ace would help you. Let me just see what happens if I just hold the deuces. Good question, and you are right. You do hold the ace. So as you can see here, holding the deuces with an ace gives you. I'm gonna have to move this so you can see it better. 96.91 expected value. So that's the coins EV that you would get for holding the three deuces with an ace. Three deuces by itself is 77.96. This is at specifically with this pay table. And Larry was asking what the payback percentage was. It is, I believe, 90. What was it? 90. It's 99 point something. Actually, I could probably just show it up here. If we go to new session, single hand, deuces wild bonus, 99.45%. And that's the best version of deuces wild bonus that you will find. And that version of pays, it looks like 20 credits for a full house. All the lower versions pay only 15 credits for a full house. And some even pay only 10 credits for the flush. So yeah, and it pays 45 for the straight flush. The other lower pay tables will have higher straight flush values, but at the expense of lower full house values. Go ahead and close this here. All right. Three deuces and two aces. Well, let's see. Well, three deuces and two aces is five aces. That pays 400. So you're gonna be getting. Let me go ahead and highlight your comment here. You're gonna be getting 400. So of course you hold hold the 5 of a kind because it's 5 aces, pays 400. And yeah, Larry's correct, 99.45%. 5 of a kind in normal deuces wild will either be 60, 75, or 80 credits, depending on the pay table. In Joker Poker, it's usually 1,000 credits, unless you're playing the Atlantic City pay table, which pays the same as the Royal as a natural Royal, 4,000 in place of the natural Royal. Rather, if you're playing the 2-pair version of 2-pair or better version of Joker Poker, I think it pays 500 for 5 of a kind. Kings are better, 1,000. And the Atlantic City Joker Poker, it's 4,000. But we're going to go ahead and hit the draw button there. And let's continue some playing here. What do we got here? A pair of 10s. 4 10s. Oh, wait. Playing deuces wild here, so this is nothing. 2 to the Royal, 10 Jack of Spades. Nothing there. Okay, Tracy, another good question. How does Shockwave or Wheel Poker work on deuces? I don't even know if there is a version of Shockwave Poker with deuces wild. If it's just Shockwave Poker, it's usually a form of jacks or better. So I don't think there is a version of Shockwave Poker with deuces, unless someone could point it out to me otherwise. As for Wheel Poker, it doesn't matter which version of Wheel Poker you play. It's a natural 4 of a kind that spins the wheel. Even on deuces wild, you need a natural 4 of a kind. So if you have 7, 7, 7, deuce, 5, you have 4 sevens with the deuce wild, but that doesn't give you the wheel spin because it's not a natural 4 of a kind. You have 3 sevens there. But if if that deuce was a 7 instead, and you have 4 natural 7s, then you would get the wheel spin. And that's with any natural 4 of a kind. 4 deuces, which is pretty good. You get the 1,000 credits, but you also get the wheel spin there as well. So yeah, natural 4 of a kind always will get you the wheel in Wheel Poker. All right, continue. Nothing again. Okay, so if I remember my tutorial on Deuces Wild Bonus correctly, I stated that if you get a natural straight with 0 or 1 deuces, you still hold it. You do have 3 to a straight flush here, though. Let me see. Yeah. As you can see, you only get back your money back, but it's still, the EV is still better than, say, holding the deuce, which is just under, or even holding deuce 7, 8, 3 to a straight flush. I don't think you hold ace queen here. Oh, you do. Oh, look how close this one is. All right, so normally in regular deuces wild, you do not go 2 to a royal consisting of an ace, but this is an exception right here, but it's a really close one. Look at that. EV of 1.496 versus 1.493. So it wants us to go for the ace queen of diamonds in this case. I'm pretty sure, Tracy, you do. As we mentioned earlier, 3 deuces has an expected value about 70 something. The Wild Royal is going to have an expected value of 125, which is the payoff. So the Wild Royal is going to be the hand you always keep in that spot. And that is true. And shout out to the Wizard of Odds, especially that with the strategy chart generator, which can generate you a simplified chart. And if you really want to go full optimal, they have the exceptions to the chart strategy right below it. But yeah, so if you want just a strategy chart to memorize, it'll be much more simpler than trying to go for the optimal strategy, which can have so many different exceptions. As long as you're not making the big mistakes, that eat up your EV so much and your overall long-term payback percentage goes down significantly with those big mistakes. For the small mistakes, yeah, they add up over time, but if they're really small, and if you and a simpler strategy will get you real close to the optimal payback percentage anyway, then then you don't have to worry too much about such close calls like what you just saw. And yeah, you do have a point as well. If there were other cards in that, for because I think, what did I have? I had Ace Queen, and then I had three other cards. If those three other discards were different, then maybe you don't hold the Ace Queen, as you just said. So I wouldn't worry. Yeah, as you say, I wouldn't worry too much about the Ace Queen of Diamonds. Yeah. Tracy, I think there is. Uh, yeah, double deuces where four deuces pay 2,000, and triple deuces where four deuces pay 3,000. I don't think it's that common anymore. I am aware that I years ago, I think I used to see on when I looked it up on VP Free 2, El Cortez, I think, had the had the version of double deuces that was called that was nicknamed downtown deuces, which had like a 100.8% payback percentage, I think, or 100.9, really good payback percentage for the player. But those have been taken away, of course. And that was a version of double deuces, obviously much higher in volatility. Though I don't think I have the ability to generate a double deuces or triple deuces pay table here on videopoker.com to showcase it with you, because those are not very common games. Yes. Tracy, there is, yeah, deuces and joker wild. That is a game. It's not common either. I think I've seen it more often in certain online casinos, if anything. But and I think I might have seen it in a Game King, but it is not that common. Deuces and Jokers Wild, but it does exist. The best pay table for that version is just slightly above 99%. Though a lot of the payouts are suppressed because of the additional fifth wild card, the addition of a Joker, as well as the deuces being wild. But there is a payoff for four deuces and a Joker. I think that's like what 10,000 or 20,000 credits for that. In addition to the natural royal still being 4,000. Double deuces and triple deuces does not have a bonus element, so there's no payoff for four deuces with an ace on those games. Dealt straight, no wild card, we still hold it. Pair of fours, pair of tens. Deuce, we still go king and 10. We do. So three to the royal with a deuce. Oh, Deuces double bonus. Okay. That is separate. That's a separate game, but yeah, okay. So yeah, you're right, Larry. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, I have. Yeah, there is a deuces double bonus game, which is separate from double deuces, of course. So it is a separate game. They do have a deuces double bonus, which is yeah, I guess it's similar to this, but with I would guess double the payoff for each of these five of a kinds. I haven't seen the pay table in a long time though, so I would have to check to confirm. This is nothing here. Okay, so the question here is, do we hold the ace queen here? We do have a three of hearts this time. I don't think there was any other suit last time. And look at that. There's a demonstration right there. So ace queen suited, but no other cards of the same suit. It becomes a close call. But if there is a third card of the same suit, a flush penalty card, then you would just discard all five cards. As you can see, 1.497 versus 1.411. Ace, king, queen, 9, 8. What is it? Nothing here. Nothing here as well. Queens. Still, I think we do this. No, we don't. Okay. Yeah. I think I remember now. Yeah, I'm good. The habit of not holding the 6-8 with the deuce, as you would in most deuces wild pay tables. Obviously, yeah, so looks like, and it's pretty significant too, 4.77 versus 4.52. So yeah, I wonder if the other pay tables where a straight flush pays more, would that change the strategy? But yeah, so just hold the deuce here apparently. And I guess that makes sense because five of a kinds pay more. So holding the deuce alone gives you a better chance of scoring a five of a kind, I guess. And of course, four deuces with the ace, but I don't think that is that much of an influence for the adjustment. But full house. So in Deuces Wild, Full House will pay either 15 or 20 credits, just like it does on this on Deuces Wild bonus. So yeah, pretty much what you see here, 20 credits or 15. And for Joker Poker, it's going to almost always be 35 credits. Some other pay tables, it might be just 30 credits. And that's assuming you're playing the Kings Are Better version of Joker Poker. I think if you're playing the two pair or better version, the payoff is higher. Yeah. But if you're playing most Joker Poker variants, the Kings Are Better version, I think it's 35 credits usually. All right, deuce only. King Jack of diamonds. Four jacks there, almost a wild royal. All right, so as mentioned in my Deuces Wild bonus video for strategy adjustments, normally in regular Deuces Wild, you go for the gut shot straights. Not here. Straights only pay 5 credits, so here you discard all. Three nines, we got straight flush draw 2. You hold the 3 nines. This is a nothing hand. No Tracy. There is not a Kings or better version of this. Deuces Wild always has a minimum payoff of 3 of a kind. No, nothing here. Do we just hold the queens? No, we'd go for the flush. Right. Just probably just like in regular Deuces Wild. Should be obvious, especially if a flush pays 15 like it does here. Yeah, just go for the flush. Dealt flush. Straight. 1 deuce. 3 sevens. The ace 10, right. That is something you don't typically hold in almost any other game except Joker Poker. I guess with no other spade out there, I guess that's the option. 3 nines. Five, 7, 8. Yeah. Oh, almost. So, no ace 10, you say, Larry? Yeah, that's a strange one. It's no wonder why I don't play Deuces Wild bonus. But hey, it's good to show it off at least for those interested. King Queen. Nothing here. Four of a kind in normal deuces is pretty much what you see here. 20 credits. The full pay version of Deuces Wild, which no longer exists, has a payoff of 25 credits. You're not going to see that anymore, but almost all other Deuces Wild pay tables will pay 20 credits or 4 of a kind. Larry, in regular deuces is just Jack 10 or Queen 10 too, right? It's actually all of them except Ace X. I find that whenever I practice normal deuces wild, the two to a royal, king high, queen high, and jack high are cards to hold. I think the only exception might be on if you were playing the full pay deuces wild, where then there's fewer combinations of 2 to a royal to hold. But full pay deuces wild no longer exists, so. But I find that when practicing on the not so ugly deuces wild pay table, I find that all king high hands, 2 to a royal king high, you do hold it. As I mentioned, Tracy, if you're playing wheel poker, it's natural 4 of a kind spins the wheel. So if you happen to get a 5 of a kind consisting of a natural 4 of a kind, so if you're playing deuces wild and you get 6 6 6 6 deuce, you have all 4 sixes plus the deuce, so you get paid the 5 of a kind payoff and you get the wheel spin. But if your 5 of a kind consists of 666 deuce deuce, you only have 3 of the 4 sixes. It's not a natural, so you're not going to get the wheel spin, but you still get paid for 5 of a kind on the normal pay table. Queen Jack 8 7 3. Nothing here. Nothing here as well. A lot of instances of discarding everything. We got a pair of 8s here. All right, do we hold King 10 here? There's no other diamond. We don't go for gut shots. We do hold it. 1.54 versus 1.49. Deuce only. Oh, yeah, okay. Let me see. I believe, if I remember correctly, I mentioned that, and I don't know if it's for every single one of them, but this is an exception to normal deuces wild. Oh, it's not. Oh, it's close. Because I remember practicing this off camera, and I mentioned it in the video that 4 to a royal consisting of a deuce was something to hold. But I guess it's a close call too. And in this case, it's not. Look how close it is. 4.79, 4.787. But yeah, there were instances where you should hold it, you shouldn't hold it. Yeah, nuts. All right, we got... I'd be surprised if you do it here. I would assume you go for the Wild Royal. Yeah. I would guess here as well. Yep. And I lost. All right, I'm going to have to add another 20. Hey, Janet. Like your tutorial app. Wish it worked like that when playing the casino. Welcome to the stream, and thank you for your comment. All right, do we hold the ace 10 here? Not this time. It must be the king, the straight penalty card. That's my guess anyway. There's no heart there that I'm discarding. So yeah, it's another close one. Yeah, deuce is wild bonus. I guess if you're like a perfectionist, you're not gonna like this game, but I mean these close calls are something you're not gonna typically see in any other video poker game. No. Oh, the king 10. I overlooked it. King and jack suited. Deuce only. 3 to a natural royal. Ooh, almost the wild royal. Let me see if I can best explain this. Maybe someone in the chat can better explain it for you, Tracy. But penalty cards. So these are cards that you discard as part of a. So when you get dealt a specific combination and you hold it, there might be cards that you discard that affect the expected value of the cards that you do hold compared to a different play that and that changes the composition of cards that you can get remaining, in the remaining 47 cards in the deck, and and those penalty cards, as they're called, may change the strategy for holding one particular set of cards over another, or holding a particular set versus, say, discarding all 5 cards. At least that's the best way I can probably explain it. Maybe someone can better type in a better explanation. But yeah, that's basically the. It's usually penalty cards are usually mentioned in the context of uh, of uh, of strategy. I believe we go for the. No, we don't. Oh yeah, I forgot. I made this mistake before. Oh. Don't go for one gabber straight flushes with a deuce. You always hold the deuce, and deuces wild bonus. Same thing here. Good thing they give me a one back to back. I guess that's what's the benefit of having the dynamic replay. I have it turned off because I don't want it to ruin the experiment. But if I was practicing, off camera, it's a good idea to have the dynamic replay on so that you would. Uh, what it does is it allows the computer will at random intervals replay a hand that you missed, so that you remember. Oh, I made a mistake here. Let me fix it, and it does it a few times before it stops doing it. It's a good idea for practicing. It's a good thing that they have implemented here. A pair of queens, and glad to know I gave a good explanation there, Larry. Yeah, that is true. The suited penalty card with the king 10, as we've seen, possibly even a straight penalty card as well. But we got nothing here. That is true, Larry. That is absolutely true. Because if I wonder if you remember my second attempt at doing a Video Poker Genius episode on Ultimate X. It was the first time where I ordered the Pro Edition for VideoPoker.com, and because I wanted to do a better video on Ultimate X compared to the first time I did it, and that's when I first saw the dynamic replay, and it's not good to have it on if you're playing that game. I mean, the best thing to do if you want to use dynamic replay is wait until you're done, and then I think you can do the replay after. You can have it. You can have a session where it replays all the hands on its own, separately, which is a good feature as well. Yeah, that is true. It does replay it with the yeah, it gets rid of multipliers that you had while practicing. Yeah, as Larry mentioned, he explains it quite well. And Larry answers Tracy's question correctly. Yeah, there is Ultimate X Deuces Wild. If you're playing out an Ultimate X machine, all you have to do is select which variant. You're playing double bonus. Jacks are better. Deuces Wild's an option. You can play it as Deuces Wild if you want. This is a straight flush double gapper. No deuce here. I'm just going to see what happens. Okay, you do go for it here still. Yeah, all right. Nothing. draw. Flush draw versus a pair. That time I hold the flush draw. 3 to a natural royal. Deuce. Nothing here. Another nothing here. Straight. Nothing there. To pair, strategy should be the same as normal deuces. Yeah. Hold it if a full house and 4 of a kind pay the same. Otherwise, just choose one of the pairs. Oh, I didn't realize we're lost the second virtual 20. Unless we can get something big here. No. Last one. Couple of 3s. And no. All right. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to end the practice run here. So that was two $20 attempts at quarters, and both were lost. Goes to show the higher variance of this game. But we're almost at the top of the hour. I'll go ahead and answer any more questions you may have. And yeah, Larry, that is true. You don't need to have training mode on. And as a matter of fact, if you don't have training mode on, you can be put into a daily competition of who has the higher score, because you'll see scores of other people on the right hand side when you have training mode disabled. And Janet, thank you for watching. I'll be wrapping it up in about 3-5 minutes or so, depending on how many questions we have. We'll just go through remaining questions that we may have. I've never checked the variance for this game. My guess is triple double bonus is higher in volatility, but that's just an educated guess. I'd have to look it up. And Larry, very good question, and because I have played this game a lot, I can tell you with experience, sessions are actually pretty decent. I'd say the worst I've had for $20 on Jacks Are Better or Bonus Poker might be 5-7 minutes at the worst. At the best, it could be if I have a good run, the best could be half hour or longer, and that's with just $20. Which, to be honest, $20 isn't a lot. But I find with Jacks Are Better or Bonus Poker, you can have a decent session, at least long enough to the point where I might my shoulders and arms might get tired, from hitting the buttons, holding the cards. Once that happens, I know that I played a long time. And especially at the casino that I typically play at, or especially this past weekend where I had all the free play. I know for a fact that the rate of points is 1 point per dollar, so I'm able to calculate that easily. How much coin in that I've put in. The first bit of play, the first session I had, I remember clearly. Over $300 coin in with, and that was after using $30 free play with just $5 of my own money in. $300 coin in. This was in quarters, and that was before losing it all. I wasn't able to get any significant wins that would put me over the threshold of cashing out. I didn't get $40 in there at all. Normally, I like to at least double my bankroll before cashing out. If I do 20, if I get up to 40, then I'll see if I can get up to 60 before going back down to 40. the goals I usually set if I do $20 sessions. And I do have bigger budgets, of course. I will, in order to have multiple sessions, and $20 is just a nice round number I like to use. And then if that's lost, I take a break. It can be 5 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever. I watch my family play. I watch my dad play Buffalo or whatever whatever game he likes to play usually. Or sometimes my mom will be playing video poker either next to me, or she usually plays Deuces Wild, and sometimes double double bonus other games. Okay, we got some more chat here. Matt, bit late here, but welcome. And Robin is saying thanks. You're welcome. Tracy asks if triple double bonus is obviously high in volatility. Deuce's wild bonus, like in terms of payback percentage, 99.45% for the full pay version of Deuce's wild bonus. Triple double bonus is 99.58%. It's close. If from a strict payback percentage point of view, triple double bonus, if you compare full pay to full pay, then triple double bonus will have the higher payback percentage. But volatility, as mentioned, that's a game that you would want to just uh, hit it quick and then leave, or if you really have the bankroll to play long sessions, then yeah, you're gonna need the bankroll for that. They're separate games, of course. You want to have I would play the game where you know the strategy too, because they're completely different strategies. And Tim, thank you for joining, and glad you could stick around. Let's see here. We got some more comments. Super Dave, I don't I don't know of an app where you could scan the cards, but there is an app where you could manually plug in the cards. And I actually have that app right here on my phone. I guess I could show it to you. I've showcased it before in other videos, but it's called Best Hold. It's from the makers of video. It's from videopoker.com itself, and this is a free app too. So you don't need to purchase a training subscription of any kind for this one. So it's called Best Hold, and you could select a game, Jacks or Better Bonus Poker, and then hit tap to start, and then it'll look like this. You select the cards, select the suits, and here you can see the pay table, and you can select it, and it'll give you the different pay table options if you want to be specific to the pay table. Yeah, and then on top you've got the suits where you can change the suits, and then select the cards. They'll appear there, and then once you do, hit it, and then it'll highlight the ones you should hold. And Joker Poker bonus, don't think so. Double Joker Poker, it does exist, and that just adds a second Joker to the game. So there's two Jokers instead of one. All right, best of luck, Tim. And yeah, that is true. Actually, in one of my old videos, very popular video, it's four strategy adjustments and double double bonus. If you have a full house consisting of three aces, you actually discard the pair of that full house, and you just keep the three aces. So that's true in double double bonus. which means by extension that would also be true in triple double and triple triple bonus, because the EV of those three aces go up even further. But yeah, we've been streaming for 65 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. Look, I've got through all the comments. Thank you everybody for joining in tonight. Thank you for your questions and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it and you haven't done so yet, do me a favor. Hit the like button. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, share the stream, share my videos with others, share the channel with others, hit the bell icon to be notified once I go live next or once I release another video. This has been the Monday Mic Drop, episode 8. We should have another stream next Monday as usual. We'll say it's at the same time unless things change. I do reserve the right to change the time of the stream for this format to an earlier time in case it's to accommodate a potential guest. I mean, it's been a while since we've had a guest on my stream, but still open to that, of course, in case the usual suspects are available. But yeah, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. The next stream is going to be, of course, on Thursdays for our online poker home game stream. And once again, you are welcome, Larry. Thank you for being with us tonight. But yeah, until then, have a great rest of your night. Enjoy the week. I'll see you for those of you who play poker, I'll see you on Thursday. Take care, everyone, and go make it happen.